They say time flies when you're having fun. And you know what? 20 years at Jap Performance has flown by. This year, in November, we'll be celebrating our 20th anniversary. It's something I'm really looking forward to. It's been a lot of work over the years with a lot of fun. And you know what? It's time to look back and look at some of our achievements. We started off at home. We had a lot of stuff in the greenhouse in the early days. Then we moved to a space in my father's garage, and then we got our own little unit in the retail park in Crawley. And then eventually, 2 years later, we moved to our current site. So we've been here 18 years. That's quite a change from where we started to where we are now. And it's been a roller coaster, up and down, but we've been blessed, and we've achieved a lot of things these years. And one of the things I want to share with you is a selection of magazine articles. And I was going through my cupboard and I found a whole lot of magazines I've kept all these years, and we had some amazing features, and I thought you guys love to see these. I'm going to go through these magazines in no particular order. The first one I've got here is Japanese Performance. Now this is a magazine we worked with for a number of years, and they actually did a feature on our Evo 9 wagon. And while we were building it, they actually did a monthly update on the whole story, so that was really good exposure for us. And this particular article had two cars, so the Evo wagon and a Subaru wagon. Both we built here. The Evo was my car. This is when I had the chance to do some sprinting, and we built this car. It was 560 horsepower. It ran a HKS 2.3 stroker engine, and to make it a bit of fun, it had a full roll cage and 4 Bride bucket seats. It's quite an unusual car, and it was phenomenally quick. The car eventually ended up in Trinidad, so it went to a friend of mine, and he's kept the car exactly as it is with all the original stickers, how we made it, and he uses that out there. The next one's pretty special. This is back in 2008, very early on in our journey, and Banzai covered a couple of Datsun trucks. Now, back at that time, I was trying to bring in that Japanese influence, the Japanese car scene to the UK, and no one had these trucks. So we had some Datsun Sunny trucks. The white one was a 1200, and the grey one was really special. It had an S15 SR20 on throttle bodies. The white one was a 1200. It was a mental car. It ran a 6-speed transmission with Motec. Really cool stuff back in 2008. Like with a lot of these magazines, they've gone now, but this was Total Nissan. And back in, what year was this, 2011, they featured my R34 GTR. This was a car I built when we first started the business. This was my goal. This is what I wanted to achieve. And within a couple of years, we managed to source the right car and build it to the spec we wanted. And it's all HKS spec, this car. I think it made 550 horse. And back then, it was, really powerful. It was a phenomenal car and exactly how I wanted it. It was a jade green. It had NER engine, CA28s, just how I wanted it. Moving on to 2012, this is a car you guys are going to recognize. This is our Subaru Impreza drift car. And actually, we still have it. It sits out inside in reception. So if you pop in, we'll be happy to show you around. And it'll be on display at events like Brooklands in September this year. So come and see it in action. And it's been a great car for us in terms of exposure. We've done TV shows. It's been all around the world. It's been to like Dubai, to Belarus, all around Europe. So a great PR tool for the business. And it's not only UK magazine. This one is back in 2013, a French magazine, Autoworks. So we did a few features with them. And they covered my Celica. So this was just freshly built back then. And I've still got this car. Again, it sits in reception if you want to come and see it. One of my sort of dream cars at the time. So it's a TA27. It's a fastback shape, Mark 1 Celica, and it runs the Beams 3SGE engine, which you can see in the shots there. Before the world of social media, it's going back to 2011, we used to have our editorial features as well in magazines, and this is one back from then. You can see the whole team, how much younger they look back then. So we spoke about the cars and the business and the parts and so on. So it's a good way of sort of sharing our story and what we did back then with customers as well. It's another Subaru feature. Now the Jap Performance drift car gets featured a lot through magazines. In fact, we did a Wheeler Dealer show as well quite a while ago. And you may not know, although we did the track version, we actually did a road version as well for a customer. So it's the same wide arch Type R Subaru, and it ran the RB25 engine, making about 550 horse in that car. So that was two of them featured together on a rainy night out in the yard. This next one's actually one of my personal favourites. It's the Banzai article in 2010 of the Subaru drift car. Then it looked brand new. We just finished it, hadn't been out on the road, and it was immaculate. And again, this is early days, and it really put us on the map. We've got so much exposure, so much interest from this particular article. In fact, these cover pages are actually printed and put up in our reception. I like it that much. This next one is a Celica again, back in 2014. It looks really fresh there. Retro Car put it on the cover of their magazine. Some really good pictures in there, and the story of the whole build. In fact, at a similar time, Speed Hunters did a really good feature on the car, and that had great coverage. But the most impressive thing with the car was a video by Together, and my good friend Tim Fair-Matthews did the full story of the build, and that video went viral. You can find that on YouTube. It's interesting because it talks about the whole build, and you've got footage when the original car came in and how we built the car. This next one is actually from India. It's Evo magazine. Now, you may know that we do a lot of cars in the UK, but we have a range of international clients. Now, these cars belong to a good friend of mine, Gautam Singhania, who runs Raymond in India. There's a few cars there. There's an S13, which runs an LS3 V8. And then we also built a sister car to that, which was an S15 powered by an RB26. And these are both drift cars. Alongside that, we've done lots of other cars. We've done a four-wheel drive Subaru for him, and a few other bits and pieces. But that's great exposure. It was great to go out to India. I've been out there several times now. Back to France again, and AutoWorks also covered the Subaru in their own style. I like the way they did that with the bonnet cut out, so you can see the engine. And they did quite a lot of detail. It's all in French, and I can't really tell you what it says, but it looks cool, isn't it? Here's another one in Banzai. Now, it's not one of my cars, but it's a car we built for a friend of ours, Walter. So it was a 33 with a Rocket Bunny S14 conversion. And we built the engine for this. It was running, I think, 500 horse. So quite a cool, crazy car. And I think that ended up in Portugal in the end. We're lucky enough to have a range of cars. And back in, what year is this? 2011, we had our own Evo 10. And we built that as an FQ400 replica. So it was a Japanese edition SST car. And we put the full FQ400 body kit on that car. And that was pretty cool with all the carbon. And we took this to a couple of events. We went to Romania in it. We went all around Poland, and we also went to Malta in this car. It's quite ironic now, 2007, there's a very early article, and this is one of the first features we did in a magazine, and it was an editorial about the business. And right at the start, there's myself, my father, and Jay. He was our first team member who came with me from Japan, and you can see little faces there. There's Zayana and Isha, my little kids. And you know what, coming to the end of 20 years, we've now got the whole family here. Elena's behind the camera, my eldest daughter. She does all our social media. You can't see on screen, but my wife Shaheen is here. She's head of business development. She's joined us this year. The boys are doing admin and accounting with us, and Isha in there is doing a lot of SEO work. So the whole family's come together, and it's a very proud moment for me, 20 years on, to start something from scratch and to get it to where it is. We've seen a lot of people come and go over the years, but we've got a loyal team. And if you come here, if you speak to them, you'll recognize them. They've been here a very long time. And it's something I'm very grateful and very proud of, to have all these great people, all my loved ones, everyone supported me, and all my team, their loyalty. And not only them, all of our customers and friends all these years have put us to where we are now. I'm very, very grateful and honored to still be running this business after 20 years. Thank you, everyone.